Bitch, did y'all see how Lawrence was throwing that pipe? Its Insecure season finale was everything to me. Let me go ahead and tell y'all, Insecure is the best show on TV. There is no doubt about it. She shits on any show right now. Any show that's targeted to black people, any show that's for black people. Insecure is it. I am loving the energy of it. I'm loving it. It's so authentic. It's everything that I need, and it teaches my soul, and it makes me want to grow. It's like, girl, I'm just a little plant hunter, and Issa just coming. She throwing some water, girl. She giving me some Miracle Grow, girl. She tighten up my edges every once in a while. I'm here for it. She grabbing me by the roots. She moving me to the next pottery, to the next one, and kept me growing. I have loved this show. I can binge watch it, and I appreciate her so much. I appreciate somebody like Issa be able to give us something like this. Y'all don't understand how much I love it, girl. But let's go and get into the season finale. Last episode, Issa and Molly exchanged some words. Child, Big Dick Trey had showed to Issa's event, honey. We got y'all. And Lawrence had saw Big Dick Trey, and he saw Big Dick Trey and Issa just arguing. He was like, girl, what's the tea? He's sitting back watching the shit. He's like, some shit going on. So he asked Big Dick Trey, girl, who is you? He said,
I did have a thing with this shit, but I ain't with it no more.
Girl, he got in his toe up ass Suburban and drove off. So girl, Lawrence was just, marinated on that. So he took his ass to the house or whatever. Issa was still there, cleaning up the party or whatever. She having a conversation with Molly. Molly a little bit tipsy and feeling herself. And they just have a conversation. They're going back and forth. And they're just exchanging reads about how they feel about each other. And that's common. You're not going to like everything about your friend. You and your friend are going to bump heads, girl. I bump heads with my mama. I bump heads with my brother. I bump heads with my father. The people who have brought me in this world, I bump heads with. That's understandable. But sometimes you got to if it's something that you're not feeling with your friend, you cannot let that shit go on for 3 or 4 years and just marinate, girl. You have got to say something about it at the correct time. Shout out to Jordan. At the correct time, you need to have a conversation with your significant other, your partner, your friend, or whatever, your confidant. You need to have a conversation with them, because that build-up almost killed the friendship. And the shit was funny because I feel like I thought I was Molly. I feel like I am Molly, but then the more I pay attention to these other characters, I am bits and pieces of each one of these people. And I think we all are at a certain extent. How Molly is with her wanting to be loved and wanting to be in a relationship, but she's steady running to these men who she thinks is good, and she just rushing a little bit. She doesn't know how to go about it. She has these feelings, but she don't know how to control it. That's me. That's me sometimes when I'm dating or I'm interested in a person. Sometimes I can be so strong, and sometimes I can just, back off, and they'll feel like I'm not interested. It's difficult. It's difficult. Rejection is a bitch, and she happens. Girl, I'm 29 years old, been single for 4 years, so girl, it's a learning experience. But trust me, I'm learning it, and I know exactly what I want now in the future. Molly read her ass and said, girl, you talking all this shit, but you right here, you don't even deserve Lawrence. You right here fucking this dude. He don't give a damn about your ass. And I feel like that, Daniel, Big Dick Trey, who she was in a relationship with when she was younger, she has that what can happen. Lawrence had got real comfortable. Lawrence was very comfortable in his setting and his environment, and he got complacent, and he was just okay with that. And sometimes, some people be complacent and stuff and be like, girl, you have to pull them out. Well, he started getting his shit together. But the moment he, getting his shit together, Big Dick Trey done already worked his way in, girl. She ain't getting that 20%. Let me shine and polish up this 20% so she can look real, giving. And girl, Big Dick Trey gave Issa what she wanted. She wanted to be slapped and tapped, and girl, she was. But when she got through, she felt like, there was no connection there. She's like, girl, I have feelings for Lawrence. So she went home to him. It goes back to asking the question, if you cheat on your significant other or your spouse, do you tell them? Do you tell them, hey girl, I cheated on your ass? Like, what do you, or hey, bruh, I got weak. How does that work? Because Issa played in her head, and she saw him go all off, and I didn't think that was Lawrence. I didn't think that was. But girl, he went all off, and he did. Eventually, she didn't tell him at that point, but later on, when she told him that she fucked up, she got home from her dinner, her fundraiser, Lawrence found out the hard way. Lawrence found out another way. So his girl, what's done in the dark shall come to the light. And he asked, he just lost it. He shut up, and it was just so passionate. That whole scene was passionate. I don't care what nobody says. I am glad, and I appreciate that the fact that Issa has picked actors and actresses that have not been seen, have not mainstream, picking new people. It gives me a chance to give this person my whole attention, because I don't know them. I've never seen them on anything else that I can remember. It's a good way for me to develop with the character or whatever, character development for me. They all gave us, new faces, and I appreciate that. That's so much, and I feel Issa on that. She's been on YouTube. She's done that. She's went from YouTube to HBO. That's a big jump. Let me tell you something. It is hard to transition from doing that to doing that. And I can tell that Issa has complete control over her stuff as much as she can because it looks so authentic, and I appreciate HBO for letting her do what she wants to do and making it work. I appreciate it. And she said, girl, I ain't gonna let these folks fuck me over. And you can tell the show is good, y'all. If you are not watching Insecure, I highly encourage you. Put so many questions and stuff in your mind and so many conversations that you can have at the workplace and with your girlfriends and your boyfriends or whatever. It's interesting. So I loved it. Issa and Molly are not on good terms. They're going to Malibu with the girls, with the bougie aka bitch, and you know, the girl, the loudmouth ass girl, honey, who just can't stop joking and shit, you know. And I love her character. I love her character. From what I read, they said she's gonna get a little bit more in season 2 because people loved her. I loved her energy. It was everything. AKA girl, AKA bougie bitch. I love her attitude. Me and Adrian have already agreed I want her husband to be bisexual or some shit. I want her husband to shake the table a little bit and be bisexual. I'm here for that. They get there and you can tell that Issa and Molly are not feeling one another. You know, Issa like, come on girl, she got so much shit going on. You know, her boyfriend left her ass. So she's just trying to groove it. But Molly like, bitch, that shit hurt. You told me the truth. The truth does hurt. How do you approach a friend that's dealing with something and let them know, girl, you need some therapy? Like, how do you do that without, you know, a friend? That can break a relationship if you're not careful with someone's feelings. So it's kind of difficult. So it was interesting because I feel like everybody could use some therapy, but Molly, she had an issue and she was trying to figure out what the issue was, and Issa was offering her a solution that might work. It wasn't supposed to be offensive, but you know, she just offered to her. So the whole Malibu trip is trash. Girl, meanwhile, Lawrence at the strip club, and listen to this because I feel like this episode talked about peer pressure so much, even for us being grown adults, still dealing with peer pressure because Molly wanted to cut up and cut a rug because she felt like the girls knew who she was while she was fucking a young buck and she had sex with him and she did that whatever. I don't think she even put a condom on, but she got it in, and girl, she was cute. She probably came real quick, but she did that because she felt pressure like these people think they know me, let me show them something different. But you know, girl, that's pressure. And then the pressure also on Lawrence because Lawrence's friend told him that he's in his feelings all the time. He connected with his feelings and stuff. And that's why I hate when people tell me, I get pissed off when people say, well, you in your feelings. I'm a fucking human being. What the fuck do you expect me to be? I refuse to be one of these people that tweet and be on Facebook talking about some fuck niggas. I ain't giving nobody no feelings. I ain't doing that, cut folks off. I don't need no new friends. That's not me. I'm not set up like that. I am a human being and I have feelings for a damn reason. I was put on this planet to have feelings, to care about people and love them. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if you be rejected, even if you go through any type of situation, girl, you have feelings for a reason. Do not let the world make you become a goddamn robot. Do not let this world change you, okay? You change the world, girl, because I see it too much. Supposed to be just cutting stuff off and they try it and it does not work. They end up going crazy and be relying on all these other substances to make them feel better, to make them cope with their lives. Girl, there's some shit like that going on. We're finding other stuff to make us cope with our problems, and we all have something. But you need to do that shit in moderation, bitch. You need to do that shit in moderation. So, girl, Lawrence, hearing all this, pulls the stripper to the side because they're at the club, you know, the strip club. He said, you know, come on, I want to go to the back. So the girl, she back there, she put it there and she was playing, baby. She was playing it. She was playing a good tune, baby. And then she said, it's going to be $250 to give you some head and $500 for some sex. I'm like, girl, sex with me so amazing. I'm on the dick like that bitch vacationing. I think, girl, listen, when he looked at her, he was like, child, this shit is trash. I used to get this shit for free. So Lawrence calls Issa. He calls her, and Issa in the damn hot tub going in. They drag the shit out of Molly because Molly's doing some shit that she know that's not her. And girl, her friends dragging her ass. But girl, that's when the friends step in. The power of friendship. Let me tell you something. It's that, girl, you always clown somebody like you 19 years old. Grow your ass up. And bitch, you need to make sure your drink hit your damn mouth. What's your problem? And then she dragged on to AKA, bitch. She said, girl, why you talking all this shit? Bitch, you can't even take a shit without clearing with your man first, bitch. If that shit was not funny, girl, girl, it was funny. But Miss AKA Bougie bitch said, girl, you can say what you want to, honey, but you right here pretend like you got a man, you don't. It's that, girl, I don't want to talk about this shit. I don't want to talk about perfect Patty fucked up. Girl, Issa didn't want to talk about this shit. She was not interested to talk about her shit. Girl, her man had called her, and Lawrence, you know, he was talking in the conversation, because I've been in that situation where you don't know what to say, you don't move too fast. And Issa was just like, I was waiting on Lawrence to say, I miss you. And he said it to her. He said it to Issa, and Issa was like, girl, she was ready to go. Issa was ready to go. She said, girl, I want to go. I want to go see my man. I felt like that was too soon. I feel like Issa should have stayed and let him clear his head. She should have let him clear his head. I was like, girl, he gonna get home and he gonna be fucking somebody in the house. He gonna be gone. I mean, she gonna get to the house and he gonna get to arguing. He ain't ready for this shit. I felt it. But girl, she, you know, Molly said, bitch, I'm gonna take your ass, bitch. That's the power of friendship, and it lets me know how much. It reminds me of my friendship with my friends. You got people people that you hang out with, you got people you talk to, bitch. You got some motherfucking friends that'll be with your ass for the long haul. Let me hear you some of the friends that will always show up, be there supporting, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful to have people like that in my life that y'all don't understand. Somebody who always supports you no matter what, do and always believe in you. Might question some of the stuff that you're doing, like, girl, I don't know if I'm here for you doing this, but always supporting you. There's some good friends and stuff out here, so I'm always very thankful to have people like that to keep, because sometimes them friends will keep you from going over the edge. And Miss Molly was there for Issa, baby. Miss Molly was there for Issa. And she said, girl, let's go. She said, girl, let's go. And you know, she dropped her house. She said, girl, call me, text me, let me know. She hit her with a Kim Possible, girl. She said, call me, beat me if you want to reach me, girl. Pulled up. She putting her keys down. She see that Lawrence got his keys there. She said, here, girl. She got her little tote bag. Girl, she walked up in that damn room, bitch, and all she saw was that damn Best Buy shirt. Bitch, I damn near hit the floor. I was like, girl. And the next thing you know, baby, Lawrence was in there. He was giving Miss Bank a girl hunt. Miss Bank tell her the long stroke, girl. Let me tell you something. The way Lawrence was around there smacking and the way she was bent over, I don't watch straight porn. I think straight porn is disgusting. No, I'm just playing. I watch when the girl give me head every once in a while. But girl, the way Lawrence was putting it down, baby, I ain't gonna lie, shit. I got a little warm, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Miss Lawrence was stroking her, and he was, oh, girl, you can't be screwing me like that all the time, cause I ain't got no vagina, girl. You ain't gonna be doing me like that. I refuse to be wearing no diapers at 35, girl. Some of y'all ass will be wearing a diaper. This depends gonna be making a killing off the gays, honey. But girl, it's so sad, cause girl, I might do something like that. But girl, you ain't gonna do me like that, cause I ain't gonna be wearing no damn diaper. But he was giving a long stroke, and Issa was like, girl, all he got is he left the Best Buy shirt, girl. He's so petty. You petty as hell for that, Lawrence. Girl, he left his damn Best Buy shirt. That was some petty ass shit. She went, talked to Molly, drunk some cheap ass Cabernet, girl. They was, you know, talking and shit, you know, and she was just crying. And they just end like that. Girl, Issa, you shook. You shook us all up. Girl, y'all, Miss Issa, girl, with your beautiful smooth chin ass. Ooh, Issa one of them folks that if I kissed her, girl, I would have to grab her by the face and shit, because it's just so smooth, girl. My fucking face built like goddamn fresh ass milk chocolate, girl. I'm trying to melt. I'm trying to be the microwave. Like, I think that's cool air or hot air. I don't know. I ain't want to blow no hot air on y'all ass. I ain't want to do that. But Miss Insecure is everything. You need to get your ass the HBO app, bitch. Matter of fact, private message me, girl. I give you my login information for Xfinity. No, I'm just playing. I ain't giving y'all this shit, girl. Y'all ain't gonna see me writing these bad checks to Miss Xfinity, girl. But girl, y'all ain't gonna be seeing them payment arrangements with Miss Xfinity on that past due, girl. Balances on my shit. But I highly encourage you to, you know, get the HBO app. Do that. Do what you got to do. Girl, watch Miss Insecure. She is everything. Shout out to Issa Rae for giving us such a quality piece of work, a strong body work. I love it. I feel like she was one of them folks, you know, she probably stayed up all night, but she wasn't. She got the work done, and you can see it with the quality and how the dynamic of how Insecure is. She is simply amazing. I love it. So you all make sure y'all check out. The season finale was everything, girl. I'm so shook. I might have to go back and watch it again. Tell me what y'all thought about. What's your favorite parts? Who's your favorite character? Which character best represents you? Okay, which character best represents you? For me, it's a little bit of Molly and a little bit of the Miss Bougie bitch. That's all I got for y'all. What y'all thought about the episode, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.